Cul De Sac is an open alpha, paid access Roblox RPG, and it's nothing like you've seen before. It blends that refreshing old Roblox vibe with a modern twist. 6 intertwined skills, big live events, and a lore-rich world, with story and all the systems you could dream of. No corporate fluff, this is a pure indie, community-driven RPG game. Right now, it's in alpha. Paid access means real players are already here shaping the game. Think cozy, weird exploration, random surprises, and real-time feedback pushing daily updates and new content. This is our shared universe. Let me show you the core of what makes Cul De Sac stand out. Let's dive into the 6 core skills of Cul De Sac, each with its own tools, gear loadouts, and surprise mini events that keep the grind exciting. First off, mining. Swing a pickaxe on ores, from basic stone all the way up to rare sapphire. Occasionally, while grinding any of the skills, you'll run into my game's first unique system, enchanteds and lucky chests. This game is randomly generated. There's a small chance when something spawns, it's enchanted. Enchanted stuff gives better drops and can give you a lucky chest, which has some of the best loot in the whole game. Back to the skills. Chop trees across the different areas of increasing hearts and difficulty. You'll need to upgrade your axe as you go, buying them from Briar, the NPC for the chopping system, or crafting them at the blacksmith. You can also get them from boss drops, goodie bags, and a bunch of other ways, but more on that later. Next up, fighting. The combat system for this game is pretty simple. Gear up, learn to dodge, and use your special ability. Later on, we'll discuss boss fights, which are a little bit more complex. Next up, foraging. Foraging is kind of like the idle skill. There's stuff to forage pretty much everywhere across the whole map. Then there's catching. Using nets, all you have to do is find the critters and then click on them. And lastly, one of my favorite skills, fishing. There's a bunch of different fishing areas across the whole game, all with ranging difficulties. Cast your rod, and then you have to play an Osu-styled minigame to catch the fish, which is way better than fish, by the way. Fish system is like Stardew Valley, but it's worse. Don't get me started on this. Those are the 6 skills. Each has its own rarity, upgrades, mini events, and different mechanics and systems to be learned. That brings me to the next showcase, world depth. You're never really just doing one thing in this game. 1 second you're chopping a tree and then boom, a tree ant pops out and you've got to fight it. Or maybe it's a bee tree and a queen bee spawns that you can actually catch with your net. Every skill has random events like that. A fishing boss that appears at the lake, a giant tree that grows as you chop it, even a pirate ship event with the black market. Sometimes a portal shows up in the glade and you're at a giant vine tower. And way more events you can summon for the right price at Riza's summoning shop. There's also a bunch of passive systems. Alara's daily spin, random event NPCs that will show up with their own shops, and all of the NPCs you meet can send you letters in the mail with little rewards. And then there's the minigames. Pix's color minigame with a leaderboard, which is my personal favorite. An arena with enemy waves and really good loot and XP. Lumi's lore trivia. Fishing bingo, and we're still adding way more. You can log on, vibe with other players, check out houses, grind area bosses, or just explore. And honestly, this is just the tip of the iceberg. New stuff gets added daily. That being said, world depth doesn't really mean anything without good lore and world building itself. So let's talk about the characters, the NPCs, and the world. Cul De Sac actually started as a story. There's over 70 pages of lore behind it, covering the characters, items, the world's history, and how everything connects. Every skill in the game has its own storyline, tied to a core NPC. Doug in the mines, Sharp the swordsman, Briar the dramatic lumberjack, Lumi the weird little fairy that everyone loves, Edith the farmer, and Finn the weird fisherman. Each one has a distinct personality, their own lore, and their own journey. As you level up and progress through their stories, they'll guide you through legendary events, big milestones, high-tier tool unlocks, and way more. The further you get into the game, the weirder things get. The deeper lore will also start to reveal itself. It's not finished yet, but there are divine events, cinematics, and cutscenes coming that'll tie it all together. Beyond the main NPCs, there's also secret characters scattered all across the map. Lore hidden in dialogue, clues baked into the world design, and entire systems being built to let you see the story instead of just reading it. Even the event NPCs and minigame characters all have their own personalities. Nothing is random in this world. Everything has a reason to exist. So let's talk about you and your journey. Cul De Sac isn't just about grinding, it's a cozy RPG. There's a huge focus on customization and collecting stuff that actually feels fun. You can decorate your house with hundreds of furniture items, some goofy, some beautiful, and some super rare. You can collect backpacks, mounts, cosmetics, pets, and way more. Everyone ends up looking completely different. No meta loadouts, no forced routes. Just play however you want, collect what you like, and do the systems that you enjoy. Right now, the game is still in alpha. It's far from finished, but there's already 60 plus hours of gameplay, and I'm updating it constantly, fixing bugs, adding content, balancing systems, and building towards the late game and the release that's set to come in December. Endgame includes divine tools, massive story events, and legendary bosses. I've got big plans for things like multiplayer co-op, crafting reworks, more systems, seasonal events, and way more ways to shape the world around you. If you're here early, you're not just playing, you're helping build the future of the game alongside me and our growing community. Cul De Sac is now out in open alpha. Just me and my dev team making the weirdest but fullest RPG we can. So if you want something different, something that's still growing, and something you can try right now, give it a play. I'll see you in game.